Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 24 and the last day of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar for 2025. If you've missed any of the days, all of the videos are in the same list so they can be found, same playlist so they can be found together. The first 24 days of December, I've opened up one of the windows from this calendar, shown you what's inside, and then created something. So today we have this adorable horseshoe die with a shamrock die as well. And then the sentiment right on the inlay for the horseshoe says good luck. So absolutely perfect for that shamrock to go in, or the 4-leaf clover to go in with that horseshoe. So I have the front part of the horseshoe die cut out of some matte silver cardstock. I thought it'd be nice to have that the silver finish to it, but I die cut the shadow part, the back part, out of anchor cardstock so that there is some contrast between the different finishes. There's also two little rectangles that get put on the top of that horseshoe, so it adds some little bit of extra detail. I'm gluing everything together with some Barely Art glue in a fine line bottle. It just gives that extra little bit of wiggle room, especially when you're assembling die cuts. I also put an acrylic block over my dies or my die cuts while they're drying. It frees up my hands to work on other things. So for the shamrock, there is 2 leaves that get die cut together, and you cut that twice to create the 4-leaf clover. I have it die cut out of some rainforest cardstock, but I wanted to give it some visual dimension, so I'm doing a little bit of ink blending with some Mowed Lawn Distress ink, and you could absolutely leave it as is, but I thought it would be fun to give it just a little bit of extra shimmer. So I'm using the Summer Garden interference pad. It's not going to change the color too much, but it's going to give it some blue interference, and it's just going to make it really shimmer and shine on the card. So once I have that ink blended, I'm cleaning my mat off really quickly, and I have the background for my card. It's just some Hammermill cardstock. I'm going to use that Mowed Lawn once again and just do a little bit of ink blending starting towards the center and moving my way out to the outside so that we have it darker at the center, fading away into pretty much nothing. You could use some green cardstock here if you want, but I just love the look of an ink blended background. It just gives it a little bit more interest, in my opinion. To glue the shamrock together, you just add a dot of glue to the center and then put them together in almost like a crisscross pattern, and then add the little stem to it. So I'm going to set that aside to dry, and we're ready to assemble our cards. This one is super simple, although you could do a bunch more shamrocks if you want and layer them and have them, you say, behind the horseshoe, a few more than just the single one I'm putting on the front, but I decided to keep it really simple. I just really didn't want to overtake that horseshoe. I thought it was a unique die and just a fun one to play with. I wish I had a shamrock embossing folder, because I think that would make a fantastic background for this as well, and it would add to the look as well. So if you happen to have one, I think that would be a fantastic thing to add to the background. So for the mat for this card, I used that silver matte cardstock, and you can see that was the piece that I die cut the horseshoe out of. So that was cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. My inside piece that I did my ink blending on, that was trimmed to 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. So with those backgrounds in place, we're ready to add our die cuts here. So I'm just adding those to the front. I'm going to center that horseshoe in the front, and then I'm going to put the shamrock to the bottom left of that horseshoe. But again, I think it would be fantastic to have a few of them behind the horseshoe, kind of as if it was in a field of clover, if you will. But again, I wanted to keep it simple, but I think that would be a fantastic idea. So while that's drying, I wanted to share with you how I intend to store my dies from the Crafty Advent Calendar. I have some Ziploc bags that I just bought from the dollar store. You can get them in a bunch of different sizes. I think these ones are 2 inches wide. They're not going to be wide enough for the stencils that are in the Crafty Advent Calendar, but those kind of come in their own packaging anyways. So I am just trimming down the piece from the door. The back side is what is going to show on the outside, and then I put that in the Ziploc bag with my die set, and that's how I'm going to store them. That way when I see that Ziploc bag, I know it's from a Crafty Advent Calendar. I can see that picture and know that is going to be what it creates. You can see the day on the back of that window if you need to know that. I don't think I really need to know that in the future, but I just thought I wanted to share how I plan on storing them. So it's a super simple system, but this is what works for me. So our card is done and dried. And again, a super simple card. You could add that embossed texture to the background. And I said shamrock embossing folder earlier. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You could do some foliage or something. I just kept it very, very simple, but I do think an embossed background would add some extra texture to it. I absolutely love this horseshoe die, and I think it would be great for scrapbook pages as well, just as a little embellishment or even mixed media. Thank you so much for joining me for the 24 days of the Crafty Advent Calendar for 2025. If you've been with me through the entire playlist, I really appreciate all the time that you spend with me. I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful holiday.